Hello, everybody. Thank you so very much for joining us. It is outstanding to have you. My name is Chris, otherwise known as Wolfie. We are live once again with massively overpowered ZOPTV, and it is Eorzea Sunday, the podcast edition, once again. So, obviously, I am being joined, as ever, by the majestic Welsh Fox. Thank you so very much for joining me, Welsh, for this.
Always happy to be here. Always.
Yeah, it's podcast edition once more because we are 24 hours removed from day one of the London Fan Fest for Final Fantasy XIV, and there's plenty to talk about. So we obviously wanted to touch on what was going on, there's just big things to talk about now. If you didn't follow along, we have obviously the incredible Elliot has put together a synopsis that I just put a link up there for you to check out. But there's the new class that was shown off. There is there's areas that were shown off, collaboration stuff, lots to get into. So
yes.
All the Ferris cosplayers being in shambles. Yes, but the Zidane cosplayers rise up, right? And we're talking about, of course, the real big opening reveal for the FanFest, and that was the Viper class.
Oh my goodness, yes. That was something to wake up in the morning to, like 7 o'clock in the morning. First tweet is like, and I'm just coming over to you at your desk as I'm still half tired. Like, so that's how you start the morning off then? It's just that. What?
Yeah. His very first words to me that morning were, "Excuse me, Viper?"
I beg your pardon?
Then, like, Britannia was put in the chat. It was my first combat ship in Elite. Now it's a class in Endwalker. Fangs out for exec, yes. Also, hello to Toaster Master, hello to Jackie, and hello to Brent. Hello, Ollie. So the this is just, I can't really say much more, right? I have to like show it off. So
so in the ways of what they said at at the Fan Fest, roll it.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Roll it.
So yes, that is the Viper. It's not the Corsair. It is arguably cooler than the Corsair, frankly.
Yeah. Britannia has put down, I will now have 2 classes dedicated to Assassin's Creed. Just made things like, wait a minute, 2, this, oh god, yes, I've forgotten, the Welsh pirate assassin, I forgot about that one. Yes,
Welsh
Black Flag.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks so good. So it's obviously a melee DPS class, surprise. It uses the same gear as the Ninja, also not a surprise necessarily. But
it's been said as well that at level 80 you'll be able to unlock it, and the starting place for that would be Uldar.
Yes, so there's no prerequisite classes, just like other later classes that have been added. You don't have to have leveled up a certain other class like you did when the game first launched. You could just, if you have Dawn Trail, you just pop right on over to Uldar and start the journey as a dope-looking twin sword user.
See, now that I have to this was lurking in my brain yesterday when I watched the video again and again, taking notes, and I thought mainly on the side for you, Wolfo, because you have been playing as a dancer. You have been throwing your cinnamon donuts at enemies. I call them cinnamon donuts. I don't care.
Cinnamon donuts? Sure. We'll call
There's a
that.
bit of a spice to it.
There is. Yeah. Hey.
But now looking at this, it makes me question for you, because you do play as dancer. Would this be something that for your character as Dancing Moon to see herself put down the chakrams and pick up the blades going forward into MSQ for Dawn Trail? Or would she still
definitely
be continuing on?
I kind of want to. I do want to wait for the job action trailer that'll no doubt premiere in Tokyo. But
Yes.
But at the same time, I've already kind of done a bunch of in-character rationalization as to why she would put down the donuts and pick up the swords. And I'm kind of like, writing it in my head as like as a blade dancer sort of thing. It uses like it is ninja-esque looking in terms of its movement. Also looks very Reaper-ish in terms of its combat style, but also more importantly, it's about guile and finesse and speed, which is definitely her attributes, her biggest strengths. She's not a powerhouse character. She's not really like strong necessarily, or like particularly sturdy, but she is quick and agile. So that this all fits. And yes, Britannia, that is indeed using the exact same gear as Ninja. So if you have any level 80 Ninja gear, keep it in your pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hold on, I'm just taking this hoodie off because I'm kind of
Warm.
getting a bit of a heat wave going through my body's like, I don't
Yeah,
like that.
you'll have to forgive him, by the way. Our poor Fox is a little bit under the weather, but he soldiered on and wanted to join in for today. So thank you for that, by the way. Truly appreciate it. But to your point, I'm sorry, go on ahead.
I've forgotten what I was going to say, because no, that was the main thing I was curious of asking as a question is going forward, because I know a lot of players, and most probably some of my FC members, I already know about maybe 2 or 3 of them, once Dawn Trail comes out, that they may pick up either one of the classes that hasn't been revealed yet, or Viper, and will plow through that through main story quest.
Yeah. So what about you then? I don't know that your boy is necessarily the Viper sort, but are you going to be playing through the MSQ as that, or are you going to stick with your tried and true?
Tried and true, my casting class, but it took time to think, and I thought of the story-wise for my character, but not only to mention as well, going back to my FC, which I love them dearly, because majority of the FC that I'm in plays DPS, and there's only like maybe 1 or 2 of us who are slapping around as tanks, and I kind of have been dipping into it a little bit more and finding a bit of comfort to it, but I think going forward I may be converting over from Black Mage now to White Mage. I may now become more of the healer going forward, main story quest as healer. I mean, definitely I will still keep in touch with my Black Mage, but I think with all the things that have been going on through the story and what we experienced with the recent story of the Dark Throne, no spoilers, I kind of now are thinking, yeah, he's been looking at dark magic, now let's turn it towards the light.
I like it. I like that. And your cues will be almost instantaneous as a result too.
I think that's going to help out with majority of the party that are playing DPS. It's like,
we're all like, gonna like
healer, I have the fast pass with me.
We're all gonna cling onto your ankles, and be like, please.
I would absolutely, I would.
Yeah.
I absolutely would.
Yeah, because like I would like to. Well, I kind of want to play through the Viper a little bit, and to the point of its gameplay, it looks kind of Reaper-ish. Now, I understand that. I remember that Yoshida mentioned that he called it like a pretty technical class. Like there's some skills you can weave in between your regular strikes, and it seems to like move between your twin swords, which are just like faster, quicker hits, and the locking of the 2 swords into a one great blade or like a blade staff or heavier
Yeah.
hits, and then there's like that sort of install move where you summon forth the spirits of hunters past in order to unleash attacks. So it kind of seems like it sort of maybe flows a lot like Reaper in that you build up resources, one resource in order to like unleash a certain strength of attack, ultimately to fill up a major bar to go into beast mode, so to speak, right? That's my thought.
Yeah. Britannia's put down. I'll probably go through the main story quest as Corsair. Corsair? What?
Okay.
I'll always main as Red Mage, of course. I've given you that mantle because I was Red Mage, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? But how could I deny 2 swords when traveling abroad? Oh, Viper.
You worked good.
You worked good.
And your ninja's already 80, so perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
excellent.
And very technical, meaning frantic button mashing? Possibly. It can't possibly
yes.
be more frantic than ninja could be, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll just be ready with all the revival and heal spells.
We'll see how it goes. But I'm super, super intrigued. Like, and of course, you know, that's one of 2 jobs, but then they kind of dropped a little hint of a 3rd job on us, which I was not ready for. I don't think anybody was ready for, and they just basically hinted or confirmed at least that the later 7.x series of patches is going to add a new limited time job or limited job.
A limited job, not a limited time.
Limited job. Beg pardon. Yes, sorry.
Limited job. So,
limited.
So yeah, we got Blue Mage, but this new limited job. I mean, they asked this out to the audience to see what they have, and some of them came up with good answers. But I'm kind of thinking Fisher. No, I'm joking. But,
Fisher is a great choice.
Fisher.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what are your thoughts? What are your guys' thoughts? I mean,
well,
what are your thoughts, Buffalo? What are you thinking?
So my initial instinct is definitely like a couple of the more popular calls, Beastmaster or Puppet Master. And I'll rationalize those a little bit later, which actually kind of like will lead into some of the other stuff we're going to talk up that they brought up. But genuinely thinking it is a pet class of some kind. Both of those were pet classes in Final Fantasy XI. So like I believe the Beastmaster was added later and Puppet Master was at launch, or if it was the other way around, I forget. It's been a very long time.
Oh yeah. Oh.
But the idea was to like give players of, because playing Final Fantasy XI, you needed a party to do anything, literally anything. You're even leveling up, you needed a party to do it. So they added one or the other or both as a means to grant people who were not able to, get a party a little bit of something to do. It's still kind of like a solo focus thing, but it's also side content, right? So there's precedent there. And it fits perfectly into the limited job motif that they kind of crafted with the Blue Mage. So the pieces fit way too well in my mind. What about you? Do you have any thoughts or ideas?
Honestly, thinking about Beastmaster more and more does sound more interesting. I do like the idea and the concept of seeing Beastmasters to roam around the world and try and nab little creatures and stuff. And of course, one of the first ones they're going to teach you how to do on your first catch is going to be most probably like Cactuar or something like that.
Cactuar or like the little rock boys I forget their names of.
How many people will be trying to nab Lalafell?
Excuse me. Oh goodness, I hope not. Lalafells are friends, not pets. But yes, that was something I kind of thought maybe they'd drop on us, but I wasn't really ready for it. And very, very interesting. But of course, the major that's coming down the line. They said later in the 7.x, so it's probably going to be a year or maybe more away from arriving. So
I would say at best maybe 2.5 patches in after release of Dawn Trail.
That seems a little soon. I could be wrong. I don't know. We'll see. It's possible. You never know. You never know. Yeah, you never know. No, nab me, says Jackie.
And As well as those two, we do have as well, the ranged magic DPS, which will be revealed at FanFest Japan. So we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for that. And I'm like, oh, God.
Not too much longer. January 7th is when that FanFest will be. So
it is, yes.
So it'll be here before anybody knows it, honestly. And I'm really, really curious. Now that has so much speculation. Especially since when you think back to Yoshi P's teaser T-shirt, like none of that shirt had anything to do with the Viper. So we could pretty much glean a lot of clues from that teaser shirt and apply it to this ranged magic DPS job.
Yeah, because you can think, oh, it has the ninjas, it has the Renaissance with the names. Green. That's something as simple as green.
It's very possibly something as simple as green, or a lot of folks are assuming artist / Pictomancer. And like Toaster pointed out just now, all predictions are Corsair and Pictomancer, so maybe the fans will be 0 for 2.
And then Yoshi P will be just standing there going,
got him. Do like a slam dunk motion, like,
and then he just sits down on the floor and says, "Yeah, now I watch the game."
Yeah, like kicks his feet.
Just as the little Lalafell is.
Indeed, he does play Lalafell Black Mage. It's his character in class.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, so that's the classes stuff. A lot of what was shown off too was a whole lot of areas, like a lot of areas actually. So some of these places they kind of like pointed out at Las Vegas already, but they also provided some in-game footage to share, which was pretty good. Actually, I think I'll be playing those in the quiet as we talk. But
yeah, absolutely.
But the first and biggest one is the main hub of Tuliolal. So
yes.
So that one, and I'll like I said, I'll go ahead and start playing that footage as we talk. But
absolutely, yes.
This looks so good, like genuinely.
I mean, from when the main hub used to be back in Realm Reborn of Mordona to where we are now and where we're going next with main hubs, they've basically just picked this dial up to 11 and just said, you know what, we don't need to kick it up anymore and just rip the knob off, because this, honestly, just looking at everything you see here, it's just like, it takes my breath away to see how far we have come.
It looks so good, like, and not just because of the graphical updates either, right? Like, it's just in general, a beautiful location. In generally, a beautiful location. And somebody in the FC, a couple of people in the FC actually, brought up this whole fact that it's like Monster Hunter-ish looking in terms of its aesthetic.
Oh my God, yes.
And that's super strong, right? I see that. I see Aztec and Polynesian mix combinations. Like, it's such a cool visual combination. Like, I really, really dig on it.
And seeing as well the character running around this world, it just, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I saw this, I saw the character walking around, my first thing that clicked in my head was, I see a certain person in my FC that's gonna go for that look. I don't mean to call them out, and I'm sorry, I love them to bits, but I was just like, the hairstyle alone is gonna be like, yeah, they're gonna nab that. They're gonna nab that first thing, and I am not going to have any problems with that whatsoever.
Exactly.
I'm keeping my hair. My hair, it is as it is.
That's, I believe, the artifact armor for the
Viper.
For the Viper class. So yeah,
Corsair,
for the not Corsair.
For the assassin.
The assassin.
For the pirate assassin. For Black Flag.
For Black Flag. There you go. Yes. Or Kenway.
I kind of want to download that now. I kind of want to re-download that and play Black Flag.
But yeah, that's going to be our primary hub, our first point of contact, I assume, with the Greater Island or the Greater Continent Toral. And that's probably going to be where we'll circle back around to after like the MSQ is done, where we'll get all of our tome stuff and this that, and the other thing. It's gorgeous looking. I love it. And of course, G-posing everywhere. Yes.
And everything else that we have next with this, it's just people are thinking, oh, this is going to be beautiful, action-packed, it's going to be so much fun, so much to explore. Majority of us are thinking G-pose.
Especially with the graphical overhauling, but obviously there were more. They did also show off some footage of Yaktael and Urkopacha, which are a lot of, they kind of like noted a lot of natural elements to these locations, a whole lot of just and once again we're gonna show off the combination footage that they provided earlier during the stream. Oop, I'm gonna turn off the music there. There we go. But like once again,
it's giving off Monster Hunter vibes.
It really does. Yeah, you can't not see it now.
Where are the cats?
Where are the palicos? Well,
I'm sitting right here.
We do have a cat with us, yes.
Meow meow.
Meow meow. Look at those trees, though. Like seriously, it's gorgeous looking, and they were kind of like thin on details, but that's okay, honestly. And
the artwork as well, they revealed, and just one of them being secret. It's like,
yeah, and that's actually another location that they did show off, or we're talking about. Then that was I believe that was Kozamoka, I believe so, yes. And so that location, that location is more arid, and that was like kind of like a huge word secret over it. There's a major plot point that apparently is hiding there. They did give us the fact that that location has ceruleum to be found and mined. So
yes,
so that's intriguing, and like it's funny too because like they led off with the talk about our recap again of the fact that this is like a summer vacation, and like and that was the idea, and then all of a sudden they start talking about hidden location or hidden story stuff and some of the threats that are there and some of the dungeons too, like so. Yes, but before then, they also showed off another natural location, Shaloami, I believe that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah, this was the one that is the flat-ranged area with so many secrets to unfold.
Yeah, and also a place where you could ride your off-road bike around.
Was half expecting more yodel wailing for the background music, like in Ratika.
Hey, I'd be okay with more yodel wailing, but you know, Ryoshi did mention or shared a note from Masayoshi Soken, who said that the music, at least in one part of it, in one preview, is just placeholder.
Yeah, it's a placeholder. There's no actual music.
There's better music on the way, apparently, which is like. Okay, but that didn't sound bad though. But you know, whatever.
I mean, they could have just had the sound clip of Soken.
I'm sorry, what was that?
This is a sketch I made in 10 minutes, and it's a beautiful piece of art.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's that artist. I'm just sketching, lol, and it's like a finished piece. But anyway, what were you saying?
I was gonna say they could have just had like a sound file of Soken with the automaton just doing the lahi music with this music playing, the videos playing in the background. Lahi hoo ha.
That would be very funny if he did do like an automaton piece.
God.
That'd be hilarious.
Can we have that for the next Wandering Minstrel, please?
Just no, the automaton. Oh boy.
Have that. Oh my God.
Have it as a bard performance item.
Yep. Yes, please. I want that.
That would be incredible. Genuinely incredible.
I mean, we have the guitar already. What is stopping them from doing this? Please.
Probably licensing, if I had to guess, but you know.
Call it the choke. Something with a Magic Tech vibe without chocobo head or something like that.
A chocobo head, yes, that'd be great.
Automaton, the Quamatone.
The
Mugitone.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Yep.
So 7.3. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
there you go. Perfect. And of course, there was a bunch of concept art of several dungeons. Some
Yes.
in-game,
Oh.
some art, actual like concept artists work that they use in order to build out the dungeons in their engine.
Yes.
We went from a river cruise to caverns to a straight up like high-tech looking facility. Like,
Yeah.
what?
That's something.
What?
It's summer vacation again, boys and girls. The theme for this expansion pack is summer vacation.
Yeah. Yes. Sure.
You just hear that like 90s music. Looks like Eosia's Sundays team is going on a summer vacation, but they're about to find out something is not right.
Right. And like Toaster Master put out, and actually this is best done with like the History Channel meme, elegance.
Elegance.
Elegance. It's probably elegance. You're probably not wrong. And there, now that I'm thinking about it, because looking at one of the concept arts were the more high tech one, especially. Actually, the high-tech one as well as the cavernous one that they showed off.
Yeah.
Those are kind of very blue, so Ceruleum is very blue, so it's very possible that maybe we're going to disrupt someone's Ceruleum's thievery, possibly? I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it's something to do with the Gallian Empire again? I don't know.
I don't
Rogue
know.
Gallians?
How I don't think the Garlean Empire ever stretched far off to the west. They were more focused on moving from north to south, so I don't know.
Never know.
You know, they made it to Maricidia to around out Toral. You know, that's also possible. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a strong point you raise. So maybe you're right, Jimmy. Who knows?
Never know. We never know. Most
We
probably
will
so.
find out next summer.
Well, yeah, we'll find out later on.
Later on. And again, kind of like extending onwards from that high-tech thing that just popped up. They also showed like a concept art of this boss, I guess, called the Eliminator.
Goodness me. Just
The
hello,
Eliminator.
big
Like
lady.
what?
Hello, big lady. I mean, fair enough. I know I'm sitting next to a big lady next to me, but hello, big lady.
Yes, that looks like the trial boss, if you ask me.
Yeah.
You have been
I mean-
eliminated.
I'm the Eliminator. You will be eliminated.
Limited. I mean, they show off that big lady, but not female Hrothgars.
It's possible we'll see that in Tokyo. Who knows?
I'm still waiting for that. So,
That's fine. They did. I mean, they did show another quick little bit of like graphical update stuff. One of the things that a couple of members of my FC were glomming onto super hard was like the fact that they were talking about improving fur texture.
yes.
Why would you care about improving fur texture if you weren't going to have more big fluffy kitty people?
Pretty much.
Just saying.
Hi, hello.
Hello.
Right here.
Yes, we would love. We want to see the Hrothgals, please. Please show us the Hrothgals, and
Hrothgals? Nice.
also make them strong and fluffy and big. Don't make them Mikote 2.0, please. Please don't.
Aura.
Or yeah, do not do Aura 2.0 / Mikote 2.0.
Yeah.
Make them strong, please. Like
I would say, look at my partner sitting next to me right here, and then slap on some fur.
and more muscle mass, because you know.
And more muscle mass, please,
Yes,
because I think we need to have that sort of side. Not everything in video games has to be big, strong man and then feminine, slim ladies. It's like, come on.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
Show some.
yeah.
Come on.
Ladies can be feminine and extremely muscular at the same time. They are not mutually
Exactly.
exclusive. They really
Yeah.
aren't. We'll see. I don't know. It's possible. I don't know. I'm hoping, but I also don't want to get too emotionally invested because, like, I
No.
know a lot of people were like super clinging onto the All Raw and what they like were first concepted versus what we got, right? And there was a lot of hurt feelings. So
Jack says, we need our She-Hulk figure.
Yes, absolutely.
That would be awesome to see, just that niceness.
They repurposed Row skeletons and animations to make the male Rothgar, so Rothgals may well be from Femrose. It's entirely possible, yes. And they always do that too. Like that's not cheating or anything, for the record. It's just smart game design to use the assets you have and modify them a little bit. Like
absolutely, yeah.
And so taking the existing Rogadin skeletons and models and adjusting them accordingly. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's okay. I'm good with that.
Absolutely. Yes.
Please and thank you. We'd love that. Yeah, I mean, yes. But this, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed. But anyway, we already talked about the dungeons. We talked about locations. So now it's time to talk about collaboration.
Yes. Oh no, that's in the notes for later on. I apologize. I'm looking at the notes. I'm like,
no, go on ahead. What were you talking about?
Because you was talking about dungeons. One
Yes.
of them was being as well, because it's tying in with collaboration, is the Alliance raid.
Yes. So that is one of the new collaborations that they talked about, and that's all they did was talk about. They didn't actually provide any details, but the Alliance raid for Dawntrail is going to be the Echoes of Vana'diel. It's going to be Final Fantasy XI themed.
Yes.
This is cool. All right. So I'm actually of two minds here, right?
Oh.
On the one hand, I was really sort of hoping the next A raid would be an original story, like the 12 series. Because that story was incredible, right? That was so good.
That was beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was wonderful. The fights were great. The lore was great. The start to finish, amazing series of raids.
I cried.
Yeah.
I cried at the end.
Yeah, and it was emotional for sure. And that's obvious that when they touch on their own storylines and story arcs, they do incredible stuff.
Absolutely.
So the fact that we're not getting that in the first A raids, a little bit of a downer. But on the other end, on the other side of my personal coin, Final Fantasy XI is the first MMORPG that I got really stuck in on. The very, very first. I got introduced to the genre by playing a then girlfriend's character, or creating a character in my then girlfriend's EverQuest account. Then I picked up EverQuest Online Adventures for the PS2. Played that for maybe a month or two, and then picked up Final Fantasy XI for the PS2, and that was it. I played that a lot. Wow. It was my very first MMORPG that I really got stuck into. It helped me through a lot of personal issues that I was having at the time. It was just because it's a wonderful piece of escapism. And I met a lot of friends that I kept in touch with through that game. In real life, it's a mile marker in my personal development as both an MMORPG gamer and as a person. So I'd be lying if I didn't say that seeing some of those locations or references in Final Fantasy XIV wouldn't be very interesting. You have never played 11, so I'm curious what you think about this.
I mean, I've seen, oh god, my mic just kind of went funny, so I'm just gonna hold the mic for a second while I fix it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Did a you?
Oh no! Did a you? Or did a me rather?
Did a you? But don't worry, all good. I can still talk. I can multitask. What was that message? I feel the same way about 14, Chris, honestly. Aw, Jack.
Aw, Jack. Oh, that's wonderful. That's really, really, really good to hear. And, friend, we are here to walk you through that as often as much as we can, without question.
Absolutely, and now that you've just gotten recently into Shadow, it's...
Yes! Yeah, it's
going to
get real good, baby.
And we'll talk about that off stream as well, Bobby, one day.
Yes.
Oh, we'll message and such. But, what are we talking talking about?
We were talking
Oh,
about your thoughts
my
on the
thoughts
11
on
raids.
11.
Yeah.
I'm curious because I never really got much into MMOs until I was round about maybe I was a very young age, and that was RuneScape. So
Nice. Wow. All right.
and
And
I
that
just
is something of
remember-
an elder statesman. It's not old school RuneScape, but
Oh, no.
it's been around. It still is around.
And I just remember a couple of times I would just see this PlayStation 2 game of Final Fantasy 11, and sometimes it piques my interest, but then it would say internet connected, connection needed, this, that, and the other. And back then I didn't know much about internet connections and this, that, and the other, so it didn't really appeal to me. But hearing stories about Eureka in 14 and saw in little clips of 11 in the past, it kind of has piqued my interest to be like, okay, I'm curious to see more of this game, and I'm curious to see of the areas, and especially as well from someone who's never seen it, going in with someone who's a vet from 11. It's gonna be honestly an interesting journey to take as well, and an interesting trip to see and experience this.
Yeah,
I
for
can't
sure.
wait.
I am not I'm not as long played as other vets of 11 are, but
But you played it.
I played it a couple of years, or about a year or two, and I'm super curious to see if they have like the Dark Lord or Promathia or the Zillart or our high and mighty Dark Queen herself, Shantoto.
I would not be surprised if Shantoto comes in and is a part of this journey and is somewhere we are working with them.
I would lose my mind if we had to fight Shantoto, but anything Shantoto at all would be cool as heck.
Yes.
I would love to have her as the companion or the guide along for this whole thing. I don't know. It's
As a minion. Why does it make me think like we'll have Shantoto, we fight her, and then she does something and we have to fight an ultimate version of Shantoto, like she is a god.
She is nothing to mess around with. She has ripped
Oh,
a hole in
no.
space-time in the 11 story and came back changed as a result. So she's capable of some incredible stuff.
And if anyone doesn't know who Shantoto is, Google her. Just
Yes.
Google her, watch her videos. She is just.
So we'll see how it goes. I'm super curious. So like I said, I'm sort of balanced in between wanting their own stories and really interested in how they make Vana'diel and Eorzea come together.
Yes.
Not unheard of for them to do that. I mean, obviously they've done it with the Final Fantasy Tactics raids. They've tried to do it with Nier Automata. So
Yep.
that didn't work. But then again, also the 11 story is not going to involve Yoko Taro, so we're probably safe there. And maybe you'll do it a little more intelligently.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood, yeah. But
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very intrigued. Obviously, that'll come probably a couple of weeks after the expansion goes live, 2 or 3 weeks, if not a month.
Although I think it's safe to say when the expansion does go out, I don't know about you, but I'm going to take my time and wait until maybe a week or so until I go into the game officially, because I know it's going to be congested.
Yeah, the servers are going to get beaten up,
Yeah.
but they are going to be testing some cloud tech, cloud server tech. That was
Put the
in
stress on it,
November, I
yeah.
believe. Yeah. So,
Yes. But I would strongly recommend that for those who have not experienced the full extent of a release of an expansion of Final Fantasy XIV. So I'm looking at you, Jackie boy. Don't dive in straight away.
temper your
on day one.
expectations. Yeah, it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hell. It's gonna be hell
Good
for
time.
everybody. It's gonna
Oh
be
my
hell for
goodness.
the players. It's gonna be hell for the developers. It's gonna suck. Prepare to suck.
I'm an Endwalker queue times for that. I remember I was on about 2,000th or maybe 2,000 to 4,000 in line waiting to get in.
Yeah, yeah.
And walk out. But
And then
we've come a long
Shadowbringers
way.
before that, people were like forming in-game orderly queues in order to access an instance
The
needed to move
instance.
through the story. So like, you know,
And
these-
Stormblood as well, yeah. Oh my god.
these things just never go right. They never go right. Even though 14 has been around for 10 years, it will still not go right. It's
And that-
it's
And the
just-
meme will still be there to say, Dawn Trail Q Extreme.
exactly
and
something like
it's
that.
We're gonna hear that same old meme again.
Q
which
Trail or something
honestly-
like that.
Yeah, Q Trial Extreme, and honestly, every time I see that meme, I audibly just go, "Oh God,
Yeah.
just enough! We get the joke already."
It's fine, you know. These things are always a pain point, but
it is.
we'll see how it goes. Honestly, if I can just get in there enough to like play with Viper and see what that's all about, that's all I ultimately care for.
Pretty much. So, this is Chris's way of saying, Editor-in-Chief and the rest of MOP, he's going to be taking about a week and a half off.
No,
He's not been feeling well. He has a bit of a Viper
No.
fever.
Incorrect.
Oh, don't worry.
Wrong.
I've had friends who would put in PTO time from work just so they can play Final Fantasy 14 at day of launch, and you know what? No judgment whatsoever, because I wish I could do that, but no, I can't.
Nah, that's not smart to do that anyway. But that's besides the point. And again, we were talking about the Vanadil raid, which is later.
Mm.
The collab that's coming sooner, much sooner than I thought, frankly.
Hey, yes.
So much sooner than I thought is the Fall Guys collaboration. Yeah.
Yes. Do we have a?
We have that trailer for that. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely we do.
Let's
So-
whip it up and show the boys and girls, because hearing about it first time, you're thinking, okay, Fall Guys with 14. I'm curious to see how that goes, and then when you see the trailer, then it goes from okay to, uh-oh.
So yeah, let's go ahead and play that. Here we go. October 31st, that is. Which is so much sooner than I expected it to be.
Yeah. Oh my good.
Genuinely
Oh, yeah,
looking
I-
forward to it. I'm super excited for
Oh.
this collaboration because, as you noticed in that trailer, so for those who aren't familiar with Fall Guys, first of all, it's a really fun game. It's like the only battle royale game that I care to stand, and that's saying something because I despise that subgame. But then on the other hand, like, it's got a bunch of classic courses, foot race courses from that game, but with a bunch of Final Fantasy 14 twists. So there's like, you saw the characters spinning when they went to one part of the course. It looked like another part of the course, like the controls were probably reversed or screwed around with. Toaster Master point out, Jimbo must be hard for work to be in this.
So kind of like Leap of Faith, but Fall Guys.
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. It's going to be in the Gold Saucer at certain times, so I believe it's going to be time limited as well. Like, most other
Yes.
attractions, if not a
So
little bit
they'll
more.
have it for maybe like a few weeks, and then they'll take it off for a bit, maybe to change maps and areas, and then put it back in. So it's one of those fluctuating ones. So if you don't get around to seeing it the first time, don't worry, it will be returning. It's in the flux.
Yeah, and I assume they're going to talk about like the schedule of when things will be up and online and offline as we get closer to the 31st.
Yep.
But yeah, way sooner than I thought. I genuinely didn't expect this to happen until sometime next year.
Yeah, that I think they just wanted to get this and say, from now until the next or the last patch on the expansion, we want to give you guys something just to enjoy and have fun.
I'm fine with this, and
Yeah.
and you know for sure that an ARCS Sunday is going to be dedicated to this. Y'all know what it's about.
Yes.
This is going to happen.
I won't lie, because there was that news, and then with all the other events that are happening in 14 and how they align, I'm going to say it out loud, we've got a schedule plan for the next couple of weeks with the ARCS Sunday of what to expect and what to do, and we're just like, well, bloody hell.
It just makes it easy, doesn't it? It really did
Yes,
make
like-
scheduling easy.
It's like, what are we doing here on Sunday today? Raids? Okay. But now it's like, okay, what have we got planned? This Sunday we have this. This Sunday we're beans. This Sunday. It's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and speaking of beans, I need the bean minion. That's like first purchase, 100%. I need the bean minion. It
Oh,
looks
God.
so good, and I don't know. And I know that some people are probably thinking this is really strange bedfellows, right? And I get that.
Yeah.
But man, this looks too fun, and it suits the gold saucer, if you ask me. Like,
Yes.
this is the sort of thing. Even if it wasn't like for the cross promotional stuff or the cross, the trans media synergy thing, like this seems like the kind of thing that Godbert and the Mandervilles would think to do. Like,
Yep, they would.
So
Ah,
I'm excited for that. Truly am.
Oh my goodness. I gotta think what to wear for that one now as well. It's like, oh my goodness.
Oh, I'm putting on the Sentai suit. I don't know about you, but I got this. I'm putting my Sentai suit on. Go absolute full Takeshi's Castle.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh, okay. Okay, bet on that one. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems suitable to me. I don't know.
Let me just just roll the mothballs off my Sentai suit.
Yes. And lastly, in terms of collaborations, not a surprise by any stretch of the imagination, but we have it
No.
confirmed now. The Final Fantasy 16 collab.
Oh god, talks on that one were immense.
It's
To get 16 involved with 14
It's nice
like
that the producer of 14 and the producer of 16 met in an elevator one time and got the discussion to, got on, and they seemed to hit it off, which was nice,
it was nice. I know some people are like, wait, what?
it's a long running
It's-
joke, yeah. Sorry.
It's a long running joke, but to break it down, Yoshi P, the runner for Final Fantasy 14, is also the producer for Final Fantasy 16.
Yep.
So yeah.
So and
Which
I'll
clothes are we stealing this time?
I'll play the video without the sound so we can talk, but
Oh my goodness.
but the clothes we're stealing are Clive's. So
Yeah.
we're stealing Clive's look, and this whole thing is focused around the fight against 16's Ifrit. It looks like
Yes.
the spicy doggo.
Yes, the Path Infernal.
Yes, that's the name of it.
Oh.
Yes. So I was initially, I kind of like psyched myself out because at one point, as you'll see in the video, the paladin player leapt backwards and then forward. As I was like, oh, does that mean the paladin gets like a jump back skill? And then I thought, no, this is probably just like a context specific or fight specific abilities. So,
Yeah, like they did with 15.
yeah, what they did with the
the
15, like they did with Monster Hunter. So it's.
Mm.
I was like, oh, you know what? They're not showing off anything new, but still, like
Oh,
that boss fight looks really nice. And of course, the greatest reward of all that they're going to show
Yes.
off in a second,
after the punchies.
you get to ride the good boy Torgal as a mount. and pet the good boy Torgal.
And what's good a Torgal mount, but also a Torgal minion.
Yes, look at this.
And
Look
the
at
clothing.
these. Yeah, so I paused it there. Look at these. Just stare at them, bathe in them.
Yep.
That outfit does work perfectly for the Viper, in my opinion.
I think then, if that's the case, have at it, because I know for a Makote with that cape, it's gonna clip.
It's fine. Clipping is these things happen. You know, it's fine.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But
I already see. Definitely. I mean, if it's dyeable as well, that's definitely something.
I truly hope it is dyeable. Yeah, that's a good point.
Viper Moon.
I don't know.
Dancing-
Honestly, I kind of I don't know if she'd wear that as the Viper. I kind of I'm probably gonna have to put together a Viper outfit now. Think about it.
I know we're gonna do that off stream. I know definitely as well. Another person would get that as well. He would have been in listening and watching the chat today, but he's in game helping out one of the players, one of the sprouts.
That's fine. You know,
Got on him.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and poke him off camera.
Yeah, poke him off camera, and then this will be going up on other social medias. Correct? This video.
Sure.
This
Yeah, it's
podcast.
we got the VOD, of course. Yeah, we'll put
Yeah.
together a VOD. We have the YouTube channel. This will be uploaded to later. You know, yeah. There'll be
Okay.
places where we can give him the poking.
Yeah. In this case, with Ifrit the Burning. Yeah. Kind of want 16 Ifrit as an edgy glam.
Oh, that'd be so cool. That would
Yeah.
really be cool. I would love that. And I'm not even a summoner. Like, so having that as an eggy glam would be really cool.
Absolutely. Now you put it that way, Toaster. Brava. Brava.
Ah, that's a good idea. Doesn't seem like that's going to be a thing, but who knows? Maybe down the line, possible.
Yep.
But those collabs look really cool. Now that one doesn't have any sort of date on it.
No.
So who knows when that'll be? It's probably going to pad the time in between now and Dawn Trail's release. So I would guess sometime middle of next year if I had to throw a guess out.
Yeah. Absolutely.
655, maybe it's possible. That seems sooner than that seems soon, but I don't know. We'll see.
Something to hold us off. That would.
Sure, yeah.
It'll give us something to do and make the rest of the players out there who think that they're getting burnt out from this game to tell them to shush.
A little something to play every once in a while. You know, just
Yeah.
side activities are a good thing. You don't need
I
to
know.
just constantly grind out the main stuff. Having things to do on the
No.
side once in a while, or your own personal projects or things like that. That's it.
Absolutely.
We're good.
I mean, right now I'm doing the old Shadowbringer relic quest.
Yeah,
for
you
my
are.
Black Blade.
That's so interesting
Yeah.
that you and Britannia are both doing the Shadowbringer relic quest. Like that's
Yeah. I kind of like the glam that's going to be for my Black Mage because it looks so pretty. But I know for a fact that going forward now as a White Mage for
the
main
White
story
Mage
and
glam looks really, really good. I have to admit, like
Yes.
that
Oh,
relic
there was a
looks
picture of
gorgeous.
that, yeah. And the pictures that came out to show some of the gear for this next expansion, I just looked at the White Mage and thought, yay.
The White Mage looks incredible. The Dark Knight looks incredible. The Monk outfit, dude, like
Oh,
that looked awesome.
I'm getting
Truly cool.
chills.
And Yoshi had mentioned at that point in that preview too that like they were thinking less about like styling this outfits around the location of Taral and more just like the class identity specifically. So
Yes.
that's a nice touch. And I kind of, and this is maybe me reaching, right? But the fact that they're thinking about class identity in terms of armors and outfits also makes me think that maybe they're going to get rid of some of the homogenization for the classes when it comes to 7.0. Maybe, I don't know. I'm reaching for straws, frankly. I appreciate that, and I don't want to put too much stock in my own hope here, but I don't know. It's who knows? We'll see.
The bigger the bigger thing is you never know. You never know because
Oh yeah.
we have been wrong few times in the past
Oh,
now
yeah.
when it comes to 14.
Mm.
And like Toaster said, you never know. We may go 0-2.
Yeah.
We may have 0-3 in a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
My white mage glam used one of the earliest steps of the Heavenswood relic. Oh,
Nice. Yeah, there you go. So
that's another thing I may do as well.
plucking back at the old stuff is
Yeah,
putting together a new outfit with the old stuff is a good thing. It's great.
exactly. I mean, I've been doing old content just to find more glams and stuff. I mean, my attire I'm wearing right now for white mage that was Eden stuff.
That was Eden stuff that you were grinding out. Yeah, you wanted Eden stuff for your black mage and white mage.
Oh yeah, and I love this. I love this attire.
It's very good. It's extremely good. Like it's very scholarly. Like this.
Yes.
This whole thing, like this genuine, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you character pets. But this outfit screams your like scholarly, learned bookwormy character, in my opinion. So yeah. It's good.
And what's fun, I look at the online store, and one of the things they have, because Halloween's coming up soon, is the Wake Doctor's attire, and even that just
Yep. So and obviously they were talking about the stuff that we already knew is coming. So the new variant dungeon, the new what was it they talked about, which was actually really interesting too, the lifestyle content that they brought up is going to be group focused apparently, or similar in style or substance to the Heavensward Restoration.
Yeah, this is what I just written down, jotted down in my notes. New lifestyle content will be revealed at the Tokyo Fan Fest.
Yep.
New content unlike Solo Island, fun with friends. That's all I've written down.
Yes, so that's interesting. So the fact that they're taking possible lessons from Island Sanctuary and possible lessons from the restoration of Heavensward, and maybe combining those two has me super interested. Like I'm very curious.
Most probably something not only with friends but with FC as well.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's
a nice little project for the FC to come together like they do with the workshop here. But something a bit on a grander scale, maybe something more fun and enjoyable, and nothing too difficult.
Who knows? We'll see. There is so much that they kind of like did a lot of reaffirmation of what was already shown off, while sprinkling in a bunch of new things too. So
yeah.
So it's all going to culminate in Tokyo on January 7th, of course. And we're going to be... So we're expecting... So actually, what do you expect out of that then?
From Tokyo?
From Tokyo, yeah.
Well, obviously, already on the bingo card, we're going to get the next job.
Sure, of course, obviously.
In which, again, going to go with you and say Green Mage as a guess.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely an extended out trailer, so it's the final trailer.
I think they already. I'm pretty sure they already did that though. This one, so
possibly, I don't know. Maybe they'll.
I'm really sure. I'm reasonably sure.
Green Mage.
I don't know.
For the new class.
Possibly, but it seems like the Dawn Trail trailer is final now, and it was focused on the Viper. Who knows? We'll see. That's always possible.
Definitely, maybe a talk in. Hopefully to see the female Hrothgars come into play. Maybe more information about the limited job that's coming up.
Maybe. I don't know. No, I'm kind of on the same mind. Obviously, we can pretty much knock out the obvious things out of there. We're gonna see the new job. We're gonna see the job actions trailer. And obviously we're gonna see some more like zone stuff. I would like to see them maybe touch a little bit on, and sort of like dovetailing off of the job actions trailer that they usually show off. I would like them to maybe talk a little bit more about what they are going to be doing with the classes in Tokyo. I wouldn't hate them to like show a little bit more about the limited time job, but I don't think that's very possible, since it sounds like that is quite some time away and they might not have more to show off.
I would like, honestly, I know it's a weird one, to give us a day of when the benchmarks can come into play.
Yeah, that's a strong. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, because they always do have those benchmarks before the actual expansion, and since this is going to be utilizing a new graphical update, that is, and that update for it, by the way, does change the minimum and maximum requirements for the game and PC.
Yeah.
So yes, having that benchmark for that new graphical update makes even more sense now.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. Oh, I would like to see a benchmark, yeah, definitely, because at least then that gives us more to play. And, of course, the whole list of the 90 to 100 moveset for each class.
I don't know that
Like
I'm going to list it, but I would like to have some more
but
information.
the visual.
Yeah, the job
visual.
actions trailer. Yep.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the word there. My brain.
It's fine. Yeah, it's. But even so, London had some really cool stuff to show off. I cannot wait for the Viper. I'm unnaturally excited for it.
I can't wait to see you play as the Viper. Although, curious, will Danson now be putting the hair up in a ponytail or something in to show off like the Lara Croftish sort of vibe to go with Viper?
Excuse me. I think she just might. I think she's let her hair down at the end of the troubles of the Eorzea, so maybe it's time to put the hair back up again. We'll see how it goes.
I can't wait. Sorry, and now you got me giddy now. I think my old cruddiness is kind of kicked out now because of doing this.
Yeah, it's a lot to look forward to, but
giddy. But the next few weeks with the Eorzea Sunday, once again, and pardon my French, bloody hell do we have?
We have it planned.
We have a lineup.
We have a lineup of things to do.
It's like, oh my god, we have lineups. We know what to expect, and each one is gonna just be more epic than the rest. And I can't.
It's gonna be a good time, but
so many opportunities, so many pictures, and so It is. I kind of feel like every time I do these sort of things, I kind of want to snap pictures and like that title card that you've made just to implement more of that in, just to show a continuous journey.
Sure.
For Eorzea. Oh, sorry, my brain. Oh god. Now that my crudness has gone away, my brain has gone into creative overload, and my brain is starting to hit again.
Well, now that Welsh Fox has decided to rev his energy, we're gonna go ahead and call that a wrap for the stream.
No.
Let's give you time to jot things down. Anyway,
I was so ready.
Thank you so much to everybody for joining me. Especially thank you once again to Welsh Fox for doing this with me again, even in spite of the way you felt at the start. I truly appreciate it.
Like I said to you, and I'll say this out now, every single week, the way my spoons are replenished, I always keep that one spoon specifically for the Sundays. For Eorzea Sundays, for streaming and stuff. And even I was feeling like crap today. I was laying in bed. I felt like I don't want to do anything today. I still had that spoon like, nope, I want to do this. I want to do this.
And then it's hugely appreciated. I know I appreciate it, and I'm sure that our audience and everybody else does as well. And we appreciate all of you, of course.
I was going to say, well, yeah, I'm a permanent fixture of the Eorzea Sunday for Massively Overpowered.
Heck yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we have more streams through the rest of I'm sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, I'll take my paycheck in gummy bears and chicken nuggies.
There you go, perfect.
See?
So
negotiations.
I'll pay you the chicken nuggies in a little bit, but until then,
I do nuggies! Yay!
We have a lot more streams coming through the week, like usual. On Monday, October 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern, MJ is going to be playing some Path of Exile. S'mores M&M's. That's an awesome point. Yeah, good point. Tuesday, October 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern, MJ is back once more with her usual Guild Wars Tuesday stream. And on Wednesday, October 25th, 2 p.m. Eastern, it's like just before Halloween, so I have to do it to you. Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. Gonna be playing that. It has gotten a bunch of updates and is actually released on Steam just pretty recently, so...
And I'm in work that day as well. Oh,
I know.
That looks fun.
I know. Well, we'll schedule another one, I'm sure, when you can join in. Don't worry about it.
Hey, boss, I'm calling off work on that Wednesday. I'm sick.
Cough, cough. But then later, on that same night at 9 p.m. Eastern, and you're definitely going to be joining us for that, as well as the rest of the Pork Squadron, and MJ, and as many friends and MOP folks as we can get together at 9 p.m. Eastern that same Wednesday night for some more party animals.
Slap fest.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Oh god, my energy's buzzed up now. I love it.
Well, thank you so very much to everybody for tuning in today. And as usual, thank you to everyone for all of the support you provide to Massively Overpowered, whether you're watching our streams live or on demand, reading what we have to write on the website, or if you're doing generous things like donating bits to the channel, subscribing to the channel, waitlisting the ads on our site, or if you're one of our amazing Patreon supporters. No matter what you do, top to bottom, you are the fuel that keeps Massively OP going. We will see you tomorrow. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Bye!